Hey there, Brian here. I'm out fishing the Diamondback Ideal Nymph 10-10 4-weight this afternoon. I've selected this rod because of its ability to launch bigger, heavier jigs, and also its hook setting capability with those bigger and heavier jigs. Also, for some of the further runs that are out a bit distance, where I might want to throw an indicator rig on, again, it'll help me have the necessary power to get those out there where I want them, but also, just as importantly, the ability to set the hooks and get good, proper hook sets, and hopefully land us some nice fish. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to peel a little line off here. I'm fishing the Cortland .022 level line, high-vis chartreuse, monocore, 15-pound Maxima chameleon, about 20 feet of it. Then I've got about 3 feet of 12-pound amnesia for cider material. And then I've got about 8 foot of Cortland ultra premium 5X tippet out there, down to a 16th ounce jig, starting to pretty light. A lot of conflicting water right here, so I'm just kind of letting it tell me where to go. Next couple casts here, I'm going to try to get these out a little further, get right in that seam, and hopefully it'll drop in and fall right around for me here. If not, that's okay. There we go. Getting ready to make my cast, and we are into a fish. Not a big fish, but a fish. That's one thing I'm always telling clients, especially in the boat when we're getting ready to make a cast. Slow lift, cast again. Sometimes that slow lift, if a fish is watching, is just enough to trigger them to eat. This is a beautiful Deerfield River rainbow. A little feisty guy here. Try to give you a little shot. We're not going to worry about it too much. Boy, some cold water. Beautiful, thank you, fish. Let's try that again and see if we can't get into something a little bigger here. Kind of what we came for. Letting that drop again. Just kind of letting it tell me where to go. You can see this is a pretty heavy pool with a heavy run coming in. A lot of eddying water. It can be pretty difficult to get it to go exactly where you want to go, but the beauty of the tight line rig is you can let it tell you and follow along and still get it to where we need to be. Let's try that one right there. Again, that water's coming back on us pretty good, but we're gonna ride it out. Slowly coming into depth there, coming back our way. I'm gonna try to throw this next one a little further up in the pocket, see if there might be somebody holding in the head a little better. I can tell that's trying to drop nice and easy, but it's in that conflicting seam. So I'm just slowly drawing it in. And it's kind of coming back this way. Let's shoot out here a little further. Really not getting exactly where I want to be, but I am fishing it because I know there's fish through the whole seam and in this bucket. All right, let's try this again. I'm just gonna bump that, twitch it a couple times. There we go. Let's try that right there. It's really just falling in the seam on this eddy and working its way back. It's not exactly what I want it to do, but to get it to do what I want, I'd have to go to a bit heavier jig, and I just don't feel like doing that right now. I'm just going to slow lift. Get it right out there a little further to see what happens. There we go. Let's try that. All this water here is really kind of eddying back around on me, so I'm just going to let that soak right there. Just keep my tip high and watch what that material does. Slowly coming back here. All right. Let's get some jiggy streamer action going here. Help if my tip wasn't wrapped. There we go. Dropping that right in on the seam. There we go, nice fish. That's what we wanted. Side pressure, drive that fish over here. Get our net ready. Oh, dropped it. That's all right. That might be the same one or a different one. We just caught another one. How often does that happen? That's a smaller one, much smaller fish, but we'll take it. Guess they're not being shy about the streamer. No complaints there in my book. I prefer them anyway. These guys are fired up right at the moment here. Trying to get this out of his yap. There we go. That was not the fish we originally had on, I can tell you that. That first one that bit for us was much bigger, but this is an absolutely beautiful wild rainbow. I can tell its belly's nice and grimy, a lot of spots, full beautiful fins. What a nice fish. And a nice fight on this 10-10 4-weight. Beautiful, thank you, sir. All right, let's get back in that deep stuff, see if we can't find one of these bigger ones. That was pretty funny. I'll take it. Dropping in off that seam again, nice and slow. Just letting it sink on its own, leading it a little bit. A little bit of an angle as it drops down in there. I didn't give it a single bump or a twitch that last time. It was just dropping on its own. Ew, give it a little bump. Bump and a strip. Let's get that back out there. Lead it back in the eddy towards the bank. Alright, this one I'm going to pitch it right out into that heavy run, let it work right around for us. There we go. Nice, that's dropping in there real nice and deep. That's kind of at the deep point, right in the seam. Tell it's not sure which way it wants to drift. It's starting to come back a little bit. Stay ahead of it just a little bit. And that's not moving. Man, we're striking out today with setting the hook on heavy stuff. I don't feel like we're going to recover that. And like the single indicator, I brought one streamer. Sometimes you can get a little snap, but I think we're out of luck on this unit. That feels like a pretty heavy piece of debris or something. Sometimes I like to put a bunch of tension on with some slack and let it shoot back. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's just not happening. Today, it's not happening. That's all right. Just gonna take a minute, throw a bug back on here. You guys probably never have these days, right? Everything always goes the way you plan it. You don't lose any flies. Your rigs hold the whole time. Everything goes perfectly as planned.